Hi everyone, welcome. Here is a short sequence focusing on the shoulders. For the sequence, we are going to try to strike a balance between shoulder mobility and stability. If you know anything about the shoulder, it is a ball and socket joint. So the head of your upper arm bone, the head of the humerus, is the ball, and then the acromion, so that's part of your shoulder blade, is the socket. And if you think of a golf ball on a tee, that's kind of similar or along the lines of what we're working with for the shoulder joint. So the important thing to note here is that our shoulders are designed to be mobile, but by design they're not that stable. So for this sequence, we're finding that balance. Let's work with 2 blocks and a blanket. Come to hands and knees. Take 1 block underneath your right hand and 1 block underneath the left knee. Mobilizing through the shoulder blades, working cat-cows. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the tail. Exhale, tuck the chin, round the spine. And we'll do a total of 5 rounds here. And as you work through this movement, just notice any particular areas that stick out to you. It might feel particularly nice to arch the back or round the spine. And after your 5th round, switch sides. Slide 1 block underneath the right knee, 1 underneath the left hand. Again, cat-cow. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the tail. Exhale, tuck the chin, round the spine. 5 rounds here. Working with your breath. Pausing and lingering in any areas that feel helpful. And after your 5th round, slide the blocks out of the way. You won't need them for a little bit. Sit your hips back towards your heels. And it doesn't matter, the toes can be tucked under if you want a little stretch for the soles of the feet, or feel free to lay the feet flat. Circle the wrists for just a moment. We'll do a little bit on the hands, so warming up through the wrists. And then take your hands to clasp out in front of you, spin your knuckles to face forward, and take your arms up towards the ceiling, allowing the shoulder blades to shrug up towards your ears, knitting your pinky fingers in. And then from here, take the banana bend or the arch out of your back. Feel for pulling the front ribs to meet the back ribs, cinching in around the waist. Release the hands down by your side, come to hands and knees. So working with that cat-cow-like action, we're gonna work through the shoulder blades and take scapular push-ups. Keep the belly nice and strong, so lifting front ribs to meet back, pulling navel to spine. Exhale, hollow out between the shoulder blades, relax your chest towards the mat. Inhale, push the mat away, puff up between the shoulder blades. Keep going just like that. Isolating just the shoulder blades, just the upper back. Keeping the rest of the spine as still as possible, and really working to not articulate any of your vertebrae here. If this feels easy, walk the knees back and come into a modified plank. Make sure the hips aren't too far back or too far forward, and continue your scapular push-ups. They get a little bit more challenging when you come into a plank position. Keep the chest broad, keep the neck long. This feels easy, tuck the toes under, lift the knees, and continue. Hollowing out and puffing up. Scapular protraction and retraction. Let's do 3 more. And 2. And 1. Tap the knees down, come to tabletop. Take the right arm up towards the ceiling, broaden across the collarbones, thread the right arm over to the left side of your mat. Catch the right shoulder blade down on the mat, rest your right cheek. Option to walk the left fingertips forward and get a little bit more action through the side body. For a little bit more through the shoulders, take the left hand to the small of your low back, spinning the left palm up towards the ceiling. Shift your weight into your right hip. Notice the spiral of the spine. Either walk the left hand back or unbind it, come to tabletop. Same thing other side. Inhale, sweep the left arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, thread the left arm over to the right, Catch that left shoulder blade on the mat. Right hand either walks out in front of you or bind it, whatever you did on the left side. Shift your weight into your left hip. Really inflate the breath into the back side of the body. Either walk the right hand back or unwind it. Come through to tabletop. So this time in tabletop, opening up through the chest and underneath the armpits, taking puppy pose. For puppy pose, think downward facing dog through the arms and tabletop through the legs. So keeping the low belly active and feeling for lifting the low ribs up. Walk the hands out in front of you. Take the hands just wider than shoulder width distance apart. Forehead to the floor or a block if it doesn't come close. Feel for pressing the palms down into the mat and kind of lifting through the armpits. And you'll feel quite a bit through the triceps, through the lat attachment, through the front of the chest. Stay here, just another couple of rounds of breath. Sit the hips back towards the heels, slide the arms on your mat, walk the elbows in, take your hands to prayer, and then bend the elbows, take your hands to the nape of your neck. So now really getting into the triceps. Push the elbows down and feel for pulling the hips back. And then take the palms to the mat, setting up for dolphin pose. Now in dolphin pose, push the ground away and find a cat spine. So really round through the upper back. Keep that cat spine in the upper back and broaden the collarbones by slightly shrugging the shoulder blades down your back. So it's a little bit of a cat spine in the upper back, and think a little bit of cow spine through the front of the chest. Tuck the toes under, push the ground away with the elbows, lift the hips, dolphin. Feel for really lengthening through the sides of the waist. Let the head hang. And think of your arms as an extension of the sides of your waist. So as you push the arms down into the floor, you can feel for really lengthening and lifting through the waist. Find a steadiness here in your breath. And then tap the knees down. Return to child's pose. Option to take the hands to the nape of the neck again. You might like the feeling of spinning the palms up towards the ceiling and hooking the pinky fingers. From child's pose, spin your palms down, take downward facing dog, tuck the toes under, and lift the hips up and back. From downward facing dog, inhale, roll forward to a high plank. Exhale to your belly. Grab a hold of one of your blocks and place it at the lowest height underneath your forehead. Take your arms wide like a T and then hover the arms off the mat. Take the right hand up between the shoulder blades and then spin the left palm up to face the ceiling. Take the left arm around your upper back so that it comes to meet the right fingers. Unwind the arms, come back to that hovering T position, and switch sides. So working through Gomukhasana, or cow face pose arms, in a prone or belly down position. Moving nice and slowly and using our own resistance and using gravity as resistance. Finding some steadiness with the breath. Stay active in the low belly by lengthening the tail towards the heels and cinching in around the waist. And then pause the arms wide like a T. No more than 1 centimeter, begin to pulse the arms up and down. We'll go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the arms down by your sides. Keep them hovering. Spin the palms up. Pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then take the arms, palms down, out in front of you. Goalpost the arms, squeeze the elbows in, down towards the rib cage like a W, and then reach forward. We'll go for 8, 7, keep the forehead down on the block, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Rest the arms down on the mat. You can move the block aside. Don't move it too far away from you. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale, lift the heart for cobra. Exhale, lower to your belly. Downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, step the left foot forward, come up for warrior one, and grab a hold of your block. Hold your block behind you at your low back. And then with the elbows bent, lift the block away. Heel toe your right foot an inch or two wide, and then hold the block up above your low back as you fold into a humble warrior. So the block here just adds a little bit of weight, gives you some feedback as to where you hold your arms. And again, we're using gravity to work through some active shoulder extension. Release your block down. Hands to the mat. Right foot meets left. Exhale to your belly. Inhale, cobra. Exhale to your belly. And downward facing dog. Same thing on the other side. Step the left foot forward. Come up for warrior one. Grab your block. Hold on to it behind you at your low back. Wrap the elbows in and lift the block away from your low back. Heel toe your left foot wide and then fold to the inside of the left leg. Humble warrior. Keep lifting the arms up away from your lumbar spine. Keep those elbows bent. Strong in that back right leg. Place the block down, hands to the mat, left foot meets right. Exhale to your belly. Inhale, cobra. Exhale to your belly. And downward facing dog. Let's do one more time each side. Right foot forward, grab the block on your way up, hold it behind your back, bend the elbows, lift the block away from the low back. Heel toe that right foot towards the right edge of your mat. Fold to the inside of the right leg, humble warrior. Keep wrapping those elbows in. Place the block down. Hands to the mat. Exhale to your belly. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot forward, warrior one. Grab a hold of your block. Bend the elbows, hold the block towards your low back. Hover the chest over the left thigh. Heel toe your left foot nice and wide. Humble warrior, fold and really lift that block away, keeping the bend to the elbows. And place your block down, hands to the mat. This time we're gonna make it a little bit spicy. Lower the right elbow down, come into side plank on the right side. Left hand to the mat. Side plank to the left. Right elbow down, side plank to the right. Left hand down, side plank to the left. Right elbow down. This time, lower the left elbow to meet the right. Left hand to the mat, right hand meets left. Right elbow down, left elbow down. Left hand down, right hand down. Other side. Left elbow down, side plank to the left. Stay with me here. Right hand to the mat, side plank to the right. Left elbow down, forearm, side plank to the left. Right palm down, Side plank to the right. Left elbow down, right elbow meets left. Right hand to the mat, left hand meets right. Left elbow down, right elbow meets left. Right hand down, left elbow meets right. That's enough of that. Exhale, lower to your belly. Take your hands to clasp at your low back. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the legs, locust. And exhale, lower to your belly. Unwind the arms, take them wide to either goalpost for a little bit more intensity or like a T. Bend the left knee, slide the left fingertips in, and roll towards your right. So you're catching the front of the right shoulder down on the mat, and you're laying in the right rib cage, right hip. Unravel, come back to your belly with the arms in goalposts like this, or like a T. Goalpost will be a little bit more intense. Slide the right fingertips in, bend the right knee, roll to the left. Catch that right foot on the ground behind you. Just pinning the front of that left shoulder down. Any little opening, little spaciousness through the front of the chest. Unravel. Make your way through hands and knees. And one thing before we settle into a Shavasana. So you will take your blanket roll and just have it set up towards the front of the mat. Make a small roll. This is going to come right underneath the tips of the shoulder blades. And prop yourself up onto the knees. Goalpost the arms, spread the collarbones, lift your heart. Exhale, eagle arms, right elbow underneath left. Take your forehead to your biceps and then wrap your elbows in as you fold. Inhale, think of like a cow spine as you lift the heart, broaden the elbows, spread the collarbones. Exhale, same thing other side. Hook the left elbow underneath the right, and then think of a cat spine as you take the forehead to the biceps and round in. Let's do 3 per side. Inhale, goalpost and lift. Exhale, right elbow underneath left and round. Inhale, goalpost and lift. Exhale, left under right, round. Last round each side. Inhale. Exhale, right under left. Fold in. Inhale, goalpost. And exhale, left underneath right. Inhale, goalpost the arms. Either stay here or take your hands to your low back. Roll the shoulders back and take just a mini camel pose. Let the breath be big and spacious through the front of the chest. Take your chin up, come out of your back bend, sit your hips back towards your heels. Our final pose. This will be a nice place to relax in. If you'd like some time here, after I get you into the shape, feel free to pause or mute the video, and you can spend as much time as you like. So you'll roll up a folded blanket, maybe 2 to 3 times. It's going to be a smaller roll. Take it right under the tips of your shoulder blades. So if you've ever worn a heart rate monitor, it's right about where the heart rate monitor would go. Arms are probably most comfortable wide like a T or in goalpost. Anything going on in the low back, keep the knees bent and feet flat, or option to extend the legs out long by your side. Just feel that nice lift through the front of the chest. Feel the support of the floor beneath you. And feel that nice pulsating movement of the breath beneath the skin as you relax into this shape. So like I said before, if you're preparing for a little bit more relaxation, feel free to pause or mute this video and stay here as long as you like. If you're preparing to get into another yoga practice or preparing for exercise, you'll bend your knees if they're out long, roll over onto your side, and use the help of the hands to come upright to a comfortable seat. Hands either rest in your lap or come to heart center. Just finding something to hold close to you here, something about this practice, whether it's setting an intention, a moment of gratitude, or simply noticing your breath. Bring hands to third eye center. I thank you for sharing this practice with me. I hope to see you soon. Namaste.